If you're an independent hairstylist and you feel a little lost and confused when it comes to organizing your business finances, watch this video because by the end of this, you are going to feel so much clarity. You'll definitely want to take notes or save this video for later. Let's start with the basic. When you first go independent and your business is growing, it feels like you're making so much more money than you've ever made. And that's just because you're seeing more of it before it's taxed. But that tax bill will be due. So don't treat all that money coming in like it's yours. That is a very dangerous place to be in, and you don't want to be hit with a tax bill that you have no money for. You also have expenses to pay for. Your rent, your color, your product, your software. These are usually monthly expenses that you want to account for. So here's how you can organize this. First, you need to separate your personal finances from your business finances. If all that money is coming into your personal bank account, it can get really confusing and really dangerous. I personally set up a whole new business account at a completely separate bank. And to stay organized, I opened up a couple different accounts in that same account. My first account is where all of the money comes in. Then on a weekly basis, I organize where I want that money to go in the different accounts. I pay myself 50% of what I bring in. I set aside 30% for expenses. I set aside 15% for taxes and 5% for business profit. I transfer that 50% over to my personal bank account, basically treating myself like an employee. And the only account that I ever pull from is my expense account. That's for my rent, color, product, etc. I have a business credit card that I use to purchase everything on and pay it every month from that expense account. If you're not using a business credit card, you're wasting money. You're going to spend that money anyway, so you might as well get the points or the cash back. But just make sure that you're on top of paying it. Another thing to be on top of through the year is paying quarterly taxes. One of those bank accounts is for taxes only. I set aside 15% of whatever I bring in so that I'm prepared when quarterly taxes are due. Speaking of taxes, I would advise to hire an accountant. Taxes can be so confusing, and I couldn't do it without my accountant. She helps me set up quarterly payments and make sure that I'm doing everything that I'm supposed to be doing. It only costs me about $300 a year, saves me so much time and stress, and the best part, it's a write-off. Let's talk about other write-off opportunities. Whatever you spend on your business becomes a write-off. A write-off makes that income tax-free. For example, if you make $100,000 and you spend $20,000 to run your business, you're only taxed on $80,000. You can write off every color purchase, product purchase, rent, education, travel, miles, subscription, even part of your phone bill. Anything that you need to operate your business is a write-off. I'm not a tax specialist, so definitely check with your accountant, but there are so many opportunities to write off things in your business. After implementing these things in my business, I felt so much more clarity. Knowing how much you're actually bringing in can be kind of scary, but it's 100% necessary if you want to grow. You need to know where you're at to know where you're going. And taking control of your business is so empowering. Hope that these tips helped, and if you have any questions, let me know.